Hey, I'm really honored to have one of the sharks from Shark Tank here. But Mark Cuban, man, he's one of the owners of the Dallas Mavericks.
Huge sports fan, Scobos, yeah.
And you're a baller. I mean,
Chuck
we can go into
baby.
all the things you do. But we've been talking a lot about messaging.
Yep.
And I love Facebook.
I know you do.
But
you live for Facebook Messenger.
You keyed in on something. Facebook does not encrypt those messages.
Right.
So somebody can look at them.
Anybody can look at them, basically. And when you when you post them online, if I just send you a message on Facebook Messenger, that basically gives me access to your profile.
Yeah.
I just click on View Profile, and now I know more about you than your psychologist does. And if I'm a marketer and I want to leverage that, or worse, right? That's an opportunity. And so we created CyberDust as a privacy platform, privacy communications platform that has messaging, and we can send point-to-point messages, and 30 seconds after you've read them, they're gone forever.
Yeah.
Never touches a hard drive, can't be recreated. We have a blast platform that's kind of like a private Twitter, so that you can blast whatever you want to people and not worry about trolls.
Why are you so passionate about messaging? Because you invest in everything from the basketball team to so many things on Shark Tank. Why are you? Why did you pick this one?
Because privacy is important. I got burned when the SEC came after me, and it was just ridiculous. A government idiot wanted to, get some brownie points and get a skin on the wall, and they took messages that I had, used them completely out of context, and tried to create their own little, opportunity using me, and it was wrong. And so I don't want to see that happen again.
Yeah.
And then over time, when you think about it, texting is still relatively new. Yeah. Posting on Facebook is relatively new, even though now it's 10 years old. Twitter is still relatively new. We don't have a lot of experience in what happens when your digital footprint just grows and grows exponentially. And so I started thinking about it, when you hit send on a message, whether it's Facebook Messenger, email, traditional texting, you lose ownership, but you don't lose responsibility. And so, as adults, it could be even the most minor thing that we were goofing around, we were yucking it up, but if it gets forwarded to somebody, it could be taken out of context. It could lead to a suit like I had happen with the government. But think about it, I have an 11-year-old daughter. If some idiot guy finds her iPad and she sends a message to him saying, "I love you," right now this guy has control of the message forever. Yeah. And you can post it, can tweet it, create its own context. I don't want to see that happen. And so shrinking our digital footprint, taking control of our messaging, and then applying that going forward to commerce. Right now, you see about our credit cards being stolen because all of our credit cards are being hosted on the commerce site.
Yeah.
Right? I'd rather have it so we control our cards and just do the commerce ourselves.
One problem with this, most people don't have the technical chops to know what you're saying is true or not.
Of course.
That the files don't hit your servers,
and they won't need to, and that's why we made it simple.
Right.
Right. So if I go, when I say to my daughter, which I do, I want you using CyberDust. When other parents have said to their kids, I want you using CyberDust because I don't trust the people, all the potential messengees, right? I'd rather trust you than them. It resonates, and it becomes viral. When somebody inside a business says, we need to discuss these things, an employee, we don't want a record of it, I want to be able to have an open and honest conversation, we need to use this app. So the starting point will be a business or a specific application, but because it's just as easy to use as text messaging, then it'll hopefully extend from there.
This is a big business. I mean, WhatsApp got sold for $19 billion to Facebook, right?
Right.
And if you become the next WhatsApp or take a lot of the share away from Messenger or WhatsApp or
whatever, all
the different messaging apps, you're going to be a far wealthier man than you are today, right?
I'd rather have an impact, right? I've got enough money. Seriously, I don't look at it as like I need to make a lot more.
Yeah.
But if I can do something that protects people, if I can do something that protects my daughter and my kids, if I can change kind of the game in terms of how we perceive privacy, we haven't even gotten to e-commerce yet. I mean, look at Twitter. Twitter's got this huge challenge of trolls. Nobody is open and honest on Twitter anymore because you can't be. No matter what you say, some troll is going to jump on it and give you a hard time, whether you're a public figure or not.
Yeah.
Or you see it as the trolls see it as a platform to build visibility for themselves. With CyberDust and our Blast feature, now you can be open, you can be honest, you can have one-on-one conversations, whether it's with a celebrity, an expert, us, whatever, and that just changes the game.
Yeah.
And when it comes to commerce, it's crazy now. You and I would have always said, and I've said many times, yeah, they've got our credit card, but look, just having our credit card bill come in the mail, that's a bigger risk.
Yeah.
But now that people are stealing them 40 million at a time, that risk profile has changed. And I think you're going to see a change so that my credit card always stays local to me.
Yeah.
And then the application is going to come to me, transact, I'll deal with my credit card interaction. That's the type of privacy app that you'll see us extend into.
No, that's really going to be an interesting thing to watch and see if you can make happen. What are you doing here at TechCrunch Disrupt?
I spoke a little earlier on stage. I got my 20 minutes of fame at TechCrunch. I try to come back every 5 or 6 years, just because it's fun. I like to see the changes, and Arrington does a good job of growing this thing, and AOL. And it's always fun, because every time you come back, there's a different vibe. There's a different type of energy. And it's fun to be assaulted walking up and down the aisles, but I get to learn too. And so it's a fair trade.
Very cool. Thanks for coming in.
Always, Rob. Always.
See you on CyberDust.
Always on CyberDust.
Yeah.
Blog Maverick.